Alright, I got a ton of stuff here. Um, just kind of piled up over time. Because I haven't made one of these haul videos in a while, so let's get into this. I guess we'll start with the comics this week, which is actually surprisingly a lot. Venture Time issue number 2. You know, I've been reading the original run of the Adventure Time comics as they've been releasing the omnibuses. Anyways, I still haven't got the second omnibus. I'll need to do that, but I think these new comics capture the vibe of Adventure Time way more than those comics. So I recommend those if you're a Adventure Time fan. This one's really cool. Space Ghost Johnny Quest, or as they call it, Space Quest, which is pretty fire. Labyrinth issue number 7, which is crazy that they're at 7 issues of this because it's literally just the plot of the movie really stretched out through comics. It's kind of funny. Star Wars issue number 1. This is like post-Return of the Jedi stories. And this is the first issue with that badass variant cover. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe one last time. Issue number 2. Very cool. And then Teen Titans Go, issue number 3. You know, despite me not liking the show that much, these are pretty funny comics, honestly. And the way they play around the comic format is pretty neat. So, I'm actually a fan of those comics, even though I'm not a fan of the show. The Art of Futurama. So, I sold some popcorn buckets I really didn't need. Some other stuff I didn't need, just laying around this room. And I took it to this toy store, and they were like, oh yeah, I'll take it for about $60. And so I used that to order a couple things I didn't need, and they gave me also a movie I was going to grab for free on top of it, which is pretty sweet. But you know, I got the Art of Futurama here. This came out last September and was $35 at pre-order price. Well, now it still is. It's like $14 on Amazon. In fact, I ordered it today and it showed up today because I don't know if this didn't sell well or what. Very neat book here, though. Let me show you. So this cover, let me show you here better up. Let me do it here. You can really do it well. So here's the cover. You got Bender, Fry, Leela. You pull it off. This is like plastic. Gotta be very careful because I don't want to damage this plastic in any form. And it is the drawings of the characters on front. And then you got Zoidberg and Amy and Professor Farnsworth. So that's pretty cool. And, you know, there's all kinds of cool production art, amazing art, because, you know, the animation in Futurama was pretty insane, especially for a TV show at the time. Like, it's always amazing the CGI shots they're able to do. Some of that stuff is just wild. You just didn't see that kind of stuff on TV for a while. Very cool, amazing pieces of art and stuff here. So, yeah, it's not a very big book. Surprised actually it was so expensive knowing this is the actual size of it, but there's probably a lot in here. I guess this was to celebrate Futurama's 25th anniversary when they put this out last year, which is, by the way, does that make anyone else feel old? I was not there when Futurama came on, but I remember it being still running for, you know, when I was like probably like 6 or 7, and now I'm like 22, so, you know, that makes me feel really old. It's 26 years old this year, because that was last year, so fucking crazy. I don't know. Let's start with the Blu-rays and we'll get into the 4Ks last. It's pretty cool 4Ks. I grabbed the Ant Bully. This is the free movie. I got the comic book shop that I mentioned because they sold some stuff in mine, and I was going to give them the $3 for it, and yeah, you know what, just take it. It's a good... I grabbed this because I kind of believe this movie is just going to go away and go out of print. Because this is put out by Warner Brothers, and it might already be out of print. I don't know if it's ever going to be rare. Might be, though. And have you ever heard about this movie, like, forever? I have never really seen this movie the whole way through. It's a movie I kind of want from a historical perspective, because if you don't know, this movie came out. What year is this from? 2006. Came out in 2006, right? And this movie was created by the same studio that put out Jimmy Neutron, or at least did the animation, DNA Productions. You know that famous logo in Jimmy Neutron that ends each episode where the guy's like, "Hi, I'm Carl." That company shut down after this movie failed at the box office. It destroyed the studio, so they just shut it down. So I don't remember if this movie is good, bad, whatever. I don't imagine it's great, but for free, I'll check it out again. But I also believe it's gonna get rare, just because I don't see Warner Brothers ever really desiring to reprint that ever again. It's kind of a weirder movie. But from a story perspective of, hey, it killed Jimmy Neutron, it's kind of cool to have someone who loves Jimmy Neutron. Ice Cube, next Friday on Blu-ray. This one is the sequel to Friday, of course. I got this with the Futurama thing just because it was, whatever. This is a good, I haven't seen this movie, but, the first Friday is obviously a classic. Second one is the only one I didn't have. I have the third one on DVD. Need that one on Blu-ray, so pick that up. And now I have all the Friday movies. Ice Cube's working on another one. Want to review them, so that'll be fun. Grabbed Jaws 3 on 4K. I mentioned this before. I think it was Jaws 4. I did put in a haul video, and I mentioned that I was waiting on a couple orders that were on back order because they were part of the Amazon buy 2 get 1. Or no, it was buy 3 for 33 4K deal. So these two were kind of on back order. So there's the last one, Jaws 3. So now I have all the Jaws movies on 4K. What's crazy though is they got me to buy Jaws again. There's a 50th anniversary version of Jaws coming out, which normally I wouldn't care because I have this pretty sweet edition right here with the lenticular cover there. And it's got a booklet in here. And, it's a movie on 4K. I don't really need much more than that. Well, the new Steelbook, number one, looks great. But that's not enough to get me to rebuy it. But they're putting new special features on it. So I was like, God damn it. You got me again. But, I got it. So now I have all the Jaws movies. And I'm going to buy Jaws again. And I probably won't get rid of this version either. So, very cool. To have all that. And last thing. I mentioned before I'm trying to get all the Lord of the Rings movies. Well, that included the War for War Hero, which I did not have. I pre-ordered it, and then it was announced, I think, to come out in, I'm not sure when this was announced to come out. It was announced to come out sometime. I think it was January or something like that, or something. I'm trying to think when this was announced to come out in physical. But I just did not have the money. Budget was a little tight the month. And I just decided, you know what? I just saw... The thing with new movies is I'm not really in a hurry to get them anymore. Because new movies go down in price. They always go on sale now. And I work at a theater. So chances are I've seen the movie already. Need to see it... no need to see it again right away. So unless there's a really cool box set or steelbook or something about it where I'm like, yeah, I gotta get it. Just kind of like new movies, I'm waiting on. So this one wasn't ready to get it, and I really regret that because I love this movie. I only saw it one time in theaters because this movie didn't do great in theaters, and it bombed and it disappeared after that in theaters. It was literally in theaters for weeks. So I kind of wanted to see it a second time in theater, saw it in IMAX, did not get a second chance. And I haven't been able to watch this since December, and I want to watch it again. So now I can. So I will be doing that. And then probably end up watching it again when the new Lord of the Rings movie, Hunt for Gollum, comes out next year. So that'll be fun. But yeah, that's everything I picked up. Should have another haul video later this week of a couple other things. I got I was supposed to have my Lilo and Stitch 4K show up today, but that got delayed in the mail, along with some other things I was waiting on. I got a new vinyl coming this Friday, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I'll probably throw those two in their own video. But yeah, cool stuff. Yeah, let me know your thoughts, section, and subscribe.